I can't stress enough that while we are so excited and motivated and driven and encouraged at the top of the year, there are going to be days where we don't feel like it. But I have come up with 3 tips that will ensure that you can maintain your new year momentum and actually see results and accomplish the goals that you set for yourself at the top of the year. What's going on, you guys? My name is Bree, also known as Miss Wright. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If you are returning, mwah, you already know the vibes. And if you are new here, I am your Gen Zennial bestie, your virtual sis, who is working to successfully navigate her 20s in an attempt to thrive in her 30s. If this sounds like something that you are interested in and that aligns with what you want to do, be sure to hit that notification bell and to subscribe. I promise you are going to enjoy it here. There will be lots of glowing, growing, elevating, but learning at the same time. And it is definitely going to be a journey worth the watch. So I hope to see you around and I hope you stay. In today's video, we will be discussing a topic that is very crucial at this time of year. It is still January. Hopefully you're still seeing this in January, but no matter when you see it, I think that it is important as we have just entered 2025. We have set all of these goals for ourselves. We are really excited to start working toward them. We're going hard. We have all this motivation, this drive, and this energy. And to be honest, it is difficult to maintain. And there are a lot of reasons why we set these large and wonderful goals for ourselves at the top of the year and we don't see them come into fruition come the end of the year. I'm gonna get into those reasons, and I also am speaking to you as someone who has learned firsthand the recipes to crash out where my goals are concerned. How many New Year's resolutions have you had at this point in your life? No matter where you are, I'm sure you have set X amount of goals at the top of the year, and then come the end of the year, you have accomplished Nathaniards, or maybe you have accomplished 1 or 2. This is something I've definitely done several times, and I've started to realize the pattern that gets me there. So before I fell into that pattern, I caught myself, I put it on paper, and now I'm here to tell you guys what those patterns are, how to avoid them, and how exactly to maintain your new year momentum to actually see results and to accomplish the things that you want. So without further ado, let's get into it. For starters, I think one of the #1 ways that we go wrong at the top of the year is being obsessed with the goals that we have set. Now, there are pros to being obsessed with accomplishing your goals. Obviously, when you are all in, you're consuming so much of it and you have a new level of attention that you're applying to the goal, which is good. However, when you become super obsessed with the goal, I think that we sometimes negate from the habit that we need to build in order to accomplish the goal. So the first thing that you want to do so that you can maintain your new year momentum is prioritize the habit over the goal. And the habit should be a healthy habit, and the habit should be one that is going to thwart you toward your goal. For example, you might have the goal of losing 20 pounds. And I've talked about in previous videos how you need to make sure that you set a practical and realistic goal, and maybe set one for this quarter specifically so that it is more attainable. But say that you did that. Say, okay, I know I want to lose 20 pounds over the whole year. This month I need to lose 5. Cool. If you become obsessed with the goal of losing the weight, you're now checking the scale every single day. You are looking in the mirror for results immediately after your workout. The goal is becoming so much more important than what you need to do to get toward the goal. And what you should be doing is prioritizing the habits that will cause you to lose 5 pounds. For me personally, I realized that I have these goals for my YouTube channel where my content creator journey is concerned. I have goals that are very important to me, and I've been working toward them for a very long time. But this year I'm applying a new kind of pressure, and I've been excited about it. I've been obsessed with it. However, I'm realizing I'm posting a video and immediately I'm checking how many views it got within the hour, within 2 hours, within 3 hours. I'm looking at it before I go to bed, and it's the first thing I'm looking at when I wake up in the morning. That isn't really healthy. It's not. Honestly, it's not. You don't want to become overly consumed with anything like that. Truthfully, like, it needs to be God. It does not need to be how many views I got on a YouTube video. But I do feel convicted to do what I'm doing. So what I need to do is just lean more into the habit of creating the videos and getting them out in a timely fashion, editing, incorporating it more into my lifestyle. The content creator journey for a lot of people is, a lot of people do want to do this thing here. This is not like just a me me thing. I know a lot of people want to do it, but to become so obsessed with the goal alleviates you to establish the proper foundation that's necessary in order to have the habits of someone who achieves those kinds of goals. And you might be obsessing over a goal that you could probably exceed if you were putting more effort into the habit. The second thing that I have learned from experience that you need to do in order to actually maintain your New Year momentum is to release the need for immediate gratification. I just mentioned in the previous example of immediately checking to see how many views something got, immediately getting on the scale every day you go to the gym. To be honest, things don't happen overnight, but unfortunately, we do desire immediate gratification, and it's normal. It is a human thing. But if you go into accomplishing all of your goals looking for that immediate gratification, I promise you it will be to your detriment. So I've told myself, okay, I can't just be constantly looking for the results immediately, because it doesn't work that way. I need to, I need to hustle. I need to grind. I need to wait. I need to be patient. I need to have faith that these things are going to happen. But it's easier said than done to be like, okay, well, just stop seeking immediate gratification. How, Sway? I'm a human being. How exactly do I not? I've realized that also while obsessing over the immediate gratification and trying to see if something blew up overnight or if your goals were met within a day, I think that it also kind of makes you insecure. It's like you can become prematurely disappointed by seeking immediate gratification. Like, there are things that give us that we get it from. We want something to eat, we can Uber Eats it to us like immediately. 2-day shipping is so popular because of the human's desire for immediate gratification. But essentially, you can't apply those to your goals because it doesn't work that way. And when you want it to, it can make you a little bit prematurely disappointed because now you're looking at the fact that it's not happening and you're starting to feel bad about yourself. Like, okay, I posted this video this morning. It's been 2 hours and I've gotten 15 views. Like, it's not really hitting how you want it to hit. Results don't happen overnight, and if you are constantly checking that scale, if you're constantly checking those views, I'm trying to think of a different example so that it could be a little bit, like something else. Like maybe you put money into a stock option or crypto or something like that, and you're constantly checking to see if you're a millionaire yet. Like, I hate to break it to you, but it doesn't quite work that way. I don't have too much experience where the crypto is concerned, but you guys get the gist. You will start to become disappointed in yourself prematurely when you shouldn't be. So the $1 million question is, okay, so how do we not? How do we release the need for immediate gratification? Beats me. JK, no, I'm kidding. I've actually been asking myself this for quite some time now. And when I actually sat down and I just thought about it, I prayed on it, and I just relaxed and said, okay, bro, I gotta stop doing this. I found myself kind of daydreaming, and in the daydream I was already living the life that I wanted, and that's when it hit me. You need to romanticize the experience. So we're looking for this immediate gratification because we desperately want to be where we want to be as quickly as possible. And while we can't just snap our fingers and have the body we want or have the career we want or have the money we want, we can't do that immediately. We can be delulu about it for sure. This is where being delusional comes into play. I think that we have the tendency to associate delulu with goal setting, and that I don't recommend. No. I remember going back through my old vision boards and seeing like home ownership on my vision board for 2022. I look back like, bro, I had little to no money. I had just moved into my first apartment. Why are there homeowner keys on my I don't know. It was like bro, what? It wasn't practical, but like I was delusional, and it was a cute little thought at the time, and it can happen for me at some point. But practically, I'm not trying to buy a home right now because I'm not financially where I need to be in order to buy a freaking home. So yeah, that was a silly goal for me to set. However, you can set practical and realistic goals, but you can work your way toward them in a very delusional way. Pretend that you are already where you want to be. Pretend that you have already accomplished these things and you're carrying yourself like somebody who does. Now, if your goal is to save 10K, or if your goal is to be like this super luxurious, high-end and expensive baddie, not saying to go out and spend as if you were a luxury, high, expensive baddie, but maybe associate yourself and do some of the things that a luxurious, expensive, high-end baddie would do. Like go and frequent those areas, those courtyards, those hotel lobby bars where those type of people may frequent. Maybe set the goal of trying to enjoy a luxury experience that might not really cost you anything. Go and walk through the mall. Like literally window shop and pick out which bags you're gonna get when you are at that point in your life. Like literally you can romanticize the experience so that it kind of feels like you're already there, and it releases the need to have the results overnight because you're just pretending that you have them already. So if it's a gym situation, I recommend like getting cute 2-piece sets, coming up with different and versatile workouts that are maybe fun, romanticizing cooking, healthy meals, diets. Plating your food is such a cute and romantical way to like elevate your experience as it pertains to dieting and eating healthy, because we all want to just, you know, go out or be cooked for. However, when you're on a health journey, it's better for you to eat at home. And how can you make eating at home not dreadful? Like, oh my gosh, I really want a cheesesteak. You can make a beautiful meal and make it look so cute that you would take a picture. I also recommend documenting your journey. You don't have to be a content creator to document the journey, but I've realized most of the time when I'm taking my camera out, I am trying to show up in a way that's cute, that's classy, that's aesthetic, that's a vibe, as opposed to, oh, I gotta go to the gym today, I hate my life, it's cold, like actually make it fun and romanticize it. Literally going to coffee shops and editing content is one of my favorite ways to romanticize my journey toward monetization. That's one of my favorite ways to do it, because I feel like I'm already there, and I also just feel like it's an elevated experience as opposed to, you know, getting it out the mud, editing in bed, eyes falling asleep, oh gosh, I'm trying, I'm working, I'm hard. Everything doesn't have to be so hard, so gruesome, so strenuous. Like working toward your goals should be something that you are excited to do, and you want to maintain the excitement, you want to maintain the motivation and the drive. And a wonderful way to do that is to romanticize that journey in every way that you possibly can. Luxurialize it. Is that a word? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like make it all that you can so that you're not obsessing over the results. Last but not least, something that is very, very, very important for you to implement if you have any chance at maintaining your New Year momentum is some good old-fashioned R&R. And I don't know what R&R really stands for, but for me, it stands for reward and rest. Reset probably could go in there too somewhere. R&R. Reset, rest, and rewards. Now, I told y'all before that I have cracked the code on how to crash out. One thing I know how to do is crash out in terms of my goals, at least, because I can be so steadfast and so driven and so motivated. Like I'll go 110 miles per hour, and that rate isn't really sustainable. It's not. I'm not gonna lie. So the only way that I can actually get on a pace that can be maintained, not just with your New Year momentum, because you just set all of these goals and you have all these intentions and you're like, pew, this isn't gonna last you the whole time. Something that will help you to get on a pace that is maintainable is to make sure you're implementing rest. For one, when you go so hard and you take no breaks, you are more likely to crash out. That is a fact. It can be applied to almost any single goal that you have. Going so hard with no breaks, you're going to run out of gas. Our human bodies are not made to sustain that type of drive. It's just not. Physically, mentally, emotionally, you will crash out. Avoid this by making sure you prioritize your rest. Whether you are getting an adequate amount of sleep at night, or you are allowing yourself rest days from the gym, one day a week where you're doing absolutely nothing. Literally, it could be the Lord's day. Pick a day and don't do nothing. I was just thinking about this last night. Like, bro, I woke up at 6 a.m. and the first thing I did was check how many views a video got. And then I was going to bed, and I was in bed at 11 o'clock at night, and I was checking how many views I've gotten. And I literally said to myself, I need to turn my brain off. Because whether it's with work, with content, with the gym, with I'm working towards something, and it's a wonderful thing to have that much drive and energy. But I know myself, and I know the keys to a crash out, and I've done this before. I've seen it too many times. So I'm like, bro, I need to pick a day where I'm like, literally, I could binge watch a new show. I can allow myself just that opportunity to just chill out. Pre-schedule my content. You don't have to chalk your goals on this day. If you had a goal to make sure that you were eating within a certain certain regimen, you eat intermittent fasting, and you have a diet plan in place, that doesn't mean go pig out on your rest day. You should have a cheat day. That's a conversation for a different video, but you don't have to go and like chalk all of your goals. You just need to make sure you're allocating time to rest. This way you will be able to maintain that level of drive that you already had. Rest. Key point number 1. Key point number 2 is rewards. I personally want to set rewards for every single thing that I accomplish, and I want to celebrate every single thing that I accomplish. So maybe I can't always like afford the reward that I want, but I do suggest making a rewards list. So if you have a goal, let's say to lose 5 pounds in the month of January, cool. Come the end of January, if you lose 5 pounds or more, treat yourself to something. And I recommend writing this down prior so that you can have something to look forward to. I realize that having something to look forward to always makes a goal easier to work towards. You know, when you're about to go on a vacation and you're in the gym 50 going 90, like listen, Cabo is around the corner, and you're posting on your IG story 20 days till Cabo, 15 days till Cabo. Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So no, we can't always reward ourselves with a trip to Cabo or something like that, but you should be able to reward yourself with something. Maybe you have a fire like designer bathing suit in mind for your summer birthday, and you're working on your body now to get toward it, and you're like, okay, once I get to this weight goal, I'm buying that bathing suit. But if I don't get to this weight goal, I ain't gonna buy that bathing suit. I'm gonna have to wear something from Shein. Like, set that goal. I got this. I want that bathing suit. I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to have the body that I want when I wear it, period. So for me, on my rewards list, some random things that I have that I know I want include some luxury fragrances. My fragrance collection is pretty much non-existent, and I would love to add to it. I want a YSL Libre. I want a Prada Paradox. I want some K Ali in there, like, you know, but I know that those are slightly pricier purchases, so I'm not gonna just go cut a check because I'm in a bad mood. I definitely want to make sure that we nip that in the bud if that's something that you have a problem with. I personally know, like, who doesn't want to go to Target if they had a bad day? Literally, I do that. Try to work on that. So when I meet a certain financial goal that I have, say it's a number that I get to in my savings account, or when I pay off my credit card bill, one of the credit cards that I'm trying to pay off, like, and I've been working toward paying it off. If I do a good job with that, I'm gonna treat myself to a perfume, and I'm not going to charge the credit card that I just worked so hard to pay off. I'm going to allocate money. I'm going to save money for the perfume that I want, or at least enough for a variation of the perfumes, and I can enjoy it. I can make a day out of it. I could go to Sephora. I can get cute, go to the mall, go to Sephora, smell them all, and buy the perfume that I want, that I saved up for after having achieved the financial goal that I set for myself. How wonderful is that? I can't wait for that time, and it's going to come soon. I can't wait. I'm going to blog it. Remember, I said it. So if it's on my want list, I can set it as a reward instead of just buying it impulsively. It could be whatever you want though. Those are just two of my things that I know that I want in my wish list. But it can be a bag, like literally it could be a trip to your favorite ice cream shop after you have been consistent for the entire month. It doesn't have to be this huge, extraordinary reward, but make sure you have something to look forward to so that you can maintain your momentum. And I had threw in reset as well, because we're not built to like operate like robots, unfortunately. It's not practical, it's not sustainable, and it's not how we were created to operate. So you need to make sure you're either having one reset day per week, or a full reset day per month, like an entire reset day. It could be small, like just having some type of morning routine that resets you and gets you right for the day. It could be a daily reset. You need to have something that grounds you and gets you back to where you need to be. And it should be lumped in with your rest, and it should be lumped in with your rewards, because your reset should be something that you look forward to as well, and something that can get you back on track if you ever had a moment where you're slacking. Maybe on your reset day, you're watching videos like this, and it's giving you motivation to get back up and try again when you fell off of your goals, or when you don't have the motivation. I can't stress enough that while we are so excited and motivated and driven and encouraged at the top of the year, there are going to be days where we don't feel like it. I promise. No matter what your goal is, you could have a goal of saving money that doesn't really have an immediate gratification associated with it, because every day you don't spend, like most of the time it just stays there until you start making some more money, unless you have, you know, like some high yield savings or something like that. But you get what I'm saying. Some goals don't have an immediate gratification component to it, but it still feels like, bruh, I want to spend my money. I want to go to Target. I get it. You're gonna have those days where you just want to do it, where you just want the cheesesteak, where you just want to go to the club. You just want to be like, F it, we ball. We all have those times and those moments. And the only way to make sure that we're not falling victim to them is to almost anticipate them. And by implementing rewards, a healthy reset, rest days, cheat days, prioritizing healthy habits over the goals, releasing the need for immediate gratification, and romanticizing your experiences and your journey that is going to get you to the goal. That's how you apply a certain level of tenacity toward your goals. I have a lot of motivation today, but there is going to be a day where I don't. And because that's going to be the case, I'm going to plan accordingly, and I'm going to make sure that I have some things set in place so that when those days come, I know how to bounce back. And that brings me to the conclusion of my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really genuinely hope that these tips will help you in keeping this same level of drive, excitement, encouragement, and motivation toward accomplishing your goals. Let me know in the comments what goals you're working toward this year, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. So if you haven't already, please do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. I cannot wait to see you in the next one. I promise I'm going to be consistent. I just told y'all about all of the different goals that I have, and one of them is to make sure that I'm keeping it a buck and keeping it consistent with y'all. So I will see you very soon. Thank you again, and have a wonderful 2025.